Seen no indication of compromise tonight from Governor Mike Pence over his proposed 10% income tax reduction. Pence spoke to business people today and re-emphasized his stance that a big tax cut will greatly boost Indiana's economy. Our TV6 reporter Norman Cox has more on the tax cut battle.
Pence refused to back down from the 10% figure during a speech to local business people, and then again when talking to reporters after the speech.
Thank you for that warm and generous welcome.
Pence spoke to a noon luncheon of the Greater Indianapolis Chamber of Commerce, the same group before which he unveiled his tax cut plan last year. He told his audience that yesterday's optimistic state revenue forecast is great news, but Indiana still isn't growing as fast as it needs to. And he reminded the business leaders that the 9 states that don't have any income taxes have experienced economic growth 26% above the national average over the last decade.
It's imperative that we in Indiana understand that lowering the income tax rate, in addition to everything else on our agenda, will first and foremost make Indiana more competitive in the competition for jobs and investment in our state.
Pence indicated he's willing to negotiate with lawmakers over the timetable for phasing in a 10% cut and the other elements of a possible tax package, but he indicated no desire to bargain on the 10% figure itself. And when I asked him point blank later if this was a no compromise position, he said he's committed to 10%.
I really believe that because of strong fiscal stewardship confirmed in our recent revenue forecast, that Indiana has the ability to fund our priorities, including increases in roads and schools, and provide a blend of tax relief that includes a 10% income tax reduction, and we're continuing to advocate for that.
Pence's insistence on the 10% figure does not go over well with Republican legislators.
I think compromise is a two-way street. Well, maybe he can compromise too.
Pence and Republican legislators are meeting in private over this issue and say the talks have been productive, but lawmakers are also concerned that he's leaving them little room to bargain. At the State House, I'm Norman Cox, RTV6.
Republican and Democratic legislators held their first bargaining session over the 2-year budget bill today, but have not yet reached an agreement.